China's meteoric rise over the past half-century is one of the most striking examples of the impact of opening an economy up to global markets. Over that period, the country has undergone a shift from a largely agrarian society to an industrial powerhouse. In the process, it has seen sharp increases in productivity and wages that have allowed China to become the world's second-largest economy. The first 2 decades following the founding of the People's Republic of China in 1949 was marked by periods of substantial growth in per capita GDP growth, the growth of output per person, followed by sharp reversals. 6,000 Soviet advisors helped establish and operate the 156 large-scale capital-intensive Soviet-assisted projects, significantly increasing the pace and quality of productivity and industrialization in the country. These reforms were then unwound between 1962 and 1966, leading to another period of productivity and per capita GDP growth. The third plenary session of the 11th Central Committee of the Communist Party in December 1978 was the defining moment in shifting the country from its unsteady early economic trajectory onto a more sustainable path. It laid the groundwork for future growth by introducing reforms that allowed farmers to sell their produce in local markets and began the shift from collective farming to the household responsibility system. A year later, the law on Chinese foreign equity joint ventures was introduced, allowing foreign capital to enter China, helping to boost regional economies, although it took until the mid-1980s for the government to gradually ease pricing restrictions and allow companies to retain profits and set up their own wage structures. This not only helped to boost GDP from an annual average of 6% between 1953 to 1978 to 9.4% between 1978 to 2012, but also increased the pace of urbanization as workers were drawn from the countryside into higher-paying jobs in cities. This process of market liberalization led to the establishment of China as a major global exporter. It eventually allowed for the reopening of the Shanghai Stock Exchange in December 1990 for the first time in over 40 years, and ultimately to China's accession to the World Trade Organization. These reforms had a significant impact both on per capita GDP and the pace of the falling share of the labor force working in agriculture.